Hello, listeners. Welcome to Blood, Sweat, and Tears, the podcast where we find a topic and fit its components into a tier list. In today's episode, we'll be creating a cereal tier list. I'm your host, Luke Webster. Joining me today is Haley Alexander, a digital media production major here at Edinboro. Her and I are in the same major, and we're both in the radio and TV programs. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. We're going to start our small talk section here. So you got any small talk, fun facts, anything?
Okay, so I got a question for you.
All right.
So I got to know the cereal order. Do you put like the milk in first, the cereal in first, the spoon in first?
I'm definitely a cereal first kind of guy. Cereal, then, I mean, the spoon and the milk order doesn't matter so much to me, but definitely cereal first, then milk.
I definitely agree. Cereal first, then it's the spoon for me, then it's the milk.
Yeah. You guys in the comments should definitely tell us what your order is and make an argument for why in God's name you would ever put the milk first. Makes no sense. You would just splash your milk everywhere when you pour the cereal in. It just doesn't make any sense.
I feel like I have a tendency to not trust people who pour in the milk first.
It's a red flag for sure.
100% a red flag.
For my little small talk segment, I just found some fun facts about cereal. I didn't know much of any of these until I read this. So the word cereal derives from Ceres, the name of a Roman goddess of harvest and agriculture. So
interesting.
Would have never thought there was a Greek meaning behind the word. March 7th is National Cereal Day. I'll mark that on the calendar. Be sure to celebrate this coming year.
Me too.
The first cereal grains were domesticated by early primitive humans about 8,000 years ago. I wouldn't have really thought about that. But I guess in their time, they probably wouldn't be putting it in a bowl with some milk. So it was probably different. 50% of Americans start their days with cereal. I occasionally indulge in some sugary cereal here and there. Americans consume 101 pounds or 160 bowls of cereal per person every year.
Wow.
That's a lot more than I would have thought. And cereal's very lightweight.
Yeah, that's
surprising.
No, that is that's surprising to me.
I guess
as
that'd
well.
be like the average person. Like if you had a bowl every day, like every morning. I don't know. I'm definitely surprised. Yeah. The cereal industry uses 816 million pounds of sugar per year.
Oh, that is a lot of sugar.
Yeah, it almost doesn't surprise. Like the numbers is surprising to me, but I mean, it's not surprising that crazy amount of sugar is added. Like we are basically having dessert in a bowl for breakfast.
No, like I totally agree because like if you look at like a sugary cereal like box and you looked at like nutrition facts and stuff. Yeah. Just how much sugar is just in one box.
And even in one serving is like concerning, like just a serving of cereal. And that's another fun fact. It's not even on the list, but like most of the time you go and look at your serving size for a bowl of cereal, it's way smaller than the bowl like you end up pouring for yourself.
Yeah.
And it's so many calories, so much sugar. It's a lot. But I mean, hey, we all enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
I think the last one I'll go with is Rice Krispies mascots, Snap, Crackle, and Pop briefly had a fourth brother named Pow in the early 1950s.
Huh.
Yeah.
Why do you think they like got rid of it?
I don't know. Maybe it was just like too much, like Snap, Crackle, Pop, Pow. Like
maybe was it like
one too many?
Or too like violent? I mean, not that like Pow's like violent,
True,
but like
yeah. I mean, can see where you're coming from.
It's like a kid cereal type of brand. You learn something new every day.
I guess so. I mean, I would have never known that.
They should keep it.
Honestly, they should do a throwback year and like just try it out and see what people think of it.
No, that would be awesome.
Or bring them up in a commercial like their long lost brother that floated away on an iceberg.
Oh, that sounds so sad.
They're like, I found you. I'm back. I've been gone for over 50 years.
Oh my gosh. No, definitely would be good for like an anniversary, like
good marketing idea. Maybe like 100 years of Rice Krispies or something.
We should join their marketing team.
I think we should send them an email.
Yeah.
Wait, here, I have another small talk story. Oh my gosh. This will be brief, but
okay.
You brought up like Kellogg's.
Yeah.
And so Kellogg's also makes the Nutri-Grain bars. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And my friends and I, this year, we would go skiing every Sunday. And this stupid joke would come up about Nutri-Grain bars, and that's not the important part. So my idea was that they should come out with a line of Nutri-Grain bars that are like packed with protein, call them Nutri-Gain bars. And, you know, we're all talking about it on the ski lift, and I'm like genuinely invested in this idea. And I'm like, I should send them an email. And of course, my two friends are, oh, yeah, you should definitely send them an email. I
am totally all for that.
I ended up actually sending an email.
Are you serious?
I'm going to read you what I said and what they said.
No.
I wrote, I have a business idea for Nutri-Grain. What if Kellogg's came out with a new line of Nutri-Grain bars that are specifically high in protein, like a protein bar? Here's the catch. You call them Nutri-Gain bars. It's a clever twist to the original name and also a newer slang term that refers to gaining muscle from eating and working out. Let me know if you guys are interested in my proposal. Contact me with any questions. And a few days later, I'm not lying. You can see this email right here. They said, Luke, thank you for letting us know that you have a great product idea for the Nutri-Grain bars using protein and calling them Nutri-Gain bars. We are glad that you care enough about our foods to offer your ideas. Although we cannot accept confidential ideas, your idea matters to us because it helps us understand current opinions and trends. Your insights help us continue to offer foods that are loved by people around the world. Thanks. Thank you again, Luke, for contacting us. All the best, Kellogg's.
That is... I'm speechless. I literally don't even know what to say right now. That's awesome. Yeah.
We were like genuinely all joking around, just joking around on the ski lift. And like they convinced me to actually write that. And I never would have thought I'd actually go through with it. But
just like imagine one day you're in the store, you're in the grocery store, you're going down the aisle looking for some good old Nutri-Grain bars, and you just happen to look and see Nutri-Gain.
And you're like, oh, no, $1 million idea. They stole it from me.
I'd be like, wait, like flashback till now, you telling me about that.
Well, now so many people are going to hear about this. But it was, you know, a tad bit embarrassing, and I'm sure like the person reading the email turned to their like person across from them like, can you get a load of this guy? Like, what kind of bogus idea is this? And then like the manager overhearing the conversation is like, no, we got to get on this. This guy, he's up to something.
Honestly, don't be embarrassed about it because I think it's a great idea.
I think it would sell wonderfully. I'd definitely buy
you have a customer right here.
Yeah. We should start our own
protein bar.
We'll open up a shop or a factory right across from Nutri-Grain.
Yep.
Right across the street. Called Nutri-Grain. Oh, it's beautiful. We have to do it now. All right. Well, I guess moving on onto the actual tier list now. For your listeners that don't know, our tier list is ranked from S, which is the best, and then A, B, C, D, and F, which is the worst. All right. So we are going to begin there in a alphabetized order, and we're also going to have a category for any that we haven't had, and we're going to do something with those at the end of the episode. So in alphabetical order, I guess we could start off with Apple Jacks.
Ooh, Apple Jacks. Apple Jacks are absolutely a no-go for me.
No
go.
No.
I am going to say
we're off to a great start.
I know. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
They are going in the F category for me.
Oh, totally inedible for you.
Yes.
Dang.
I don't know what it is, but I think it's like when you pour the cereal in and then you add the milk and like just like the smell of that cinnamon and milk, it's so unappetizing to me, and I don't know why.
That.
And then
I could see that, yeah.
And then like the colors when it all like mixes together.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I don't know.
We're gonna have to do a split tier for this one because this has got to be a B tier for me.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, it's not like the best. It's not my favorite, but whenever I got it as a kid, I definitely enjoyed it. And the cinnamon, I don't know, for me, the cinnamon and the milk kind of works very well. So I don't know, but that's okay. We can have a split decision.
We're off to a great start.
Up next would be Captain Crunch, the original. It's good.
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
I also enjoy it. I wouldn't say it's like superior list, but like it's not where we just ended.
It's up there for sure. I think A tier should be the highest it should go, and I think B for the lowest.
I'm gonna say B tier.
B
for my.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say for my choice.
Okay, I think B is fair because as much as it does taste great, you tear your mouth apart eating it. I don't know if you've noticed that. For me,
I have.
The roof of my mouth is destroyed.
Yeah.
It's painful. I think B's fair. I know a lot of people are huge fans of Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
And they'll be upset, but that's fine.
No,
you can be upset.
I recently, like, Captain Crunch wasn't a cereal that I, like, grew up with.
Same here.
I think the first time I ever had Captain Crunch, I was in, like, middle school or something like that.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not, like, their number one fan, but I'm also not, like, oh, I absolutely hate this type of thing.
I didn't really have it a lot growing up either, but like recent years I tried it and like it's good. There's nothing that wrong about it other than it tears your mouth up, but it tastes good. All right. Yeah. Up next is the Crunch Berries, Captain Crunch Berries. Not the Oops All Berries, but the ones
just
with berries.
I would say for me, so I really like the regular Captain Crunch. I've had the berries, but I wouldn't put it at the same category as like the B tier.
Not as good as the original?
Yes, okay. Not as good.
All right.
What about you?
I haven't had the Crunch Berries, so this is all up to you for this one.
I'm going to put that in the C tier.
C tier. Mid.
Yes, it's not the worst, not the best.
And then last one for Captain Crunch, we got all berries. I haven't had this.
I would say that's probably like the same tier, like the C tier,
because it's just essentially taking the regular Captain Crunch things out and all of the berries.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There are other Captain Crunch flavors that both of us haven't had, and that'll be in the haven't had section later. I believe there was a peanut butter flavor. I'm trying to find it here. Peanut butter and a sprinkled donut one as well. I would be interested in trying those, but I haven't had them.
Me too.
Up next is regular Cheerios. I don't think these are the honey nut ones. I think these are the regular.
No, you're right.
Cheerios, yeah.
They are just the regular.
Yeah. Regular Cheerios. No flavor. Like,
I've had just like regular Cheerios dry.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that I would be like, yeah, let's go have a bowl of regular Cheerios.
I'd much rather have the honey nut or the frosted or chocolate. So
me too. I'm trying to think where I want to put this.
It's hard to be like harsh on them because it's such a classic. It's a staple cereal, but I feel like more people have the honey nut over the other one.
No, I would totally agree for that.
Based on flavor alone, without any nostalgia or like, history of it, I think it's D.
Yeah.
It's
flavor alone, I would agree for D. Based on like nostalgia and all that, I would say if we were to go off of that, that would be C.
Yeah. So are we?
I think I'm going to go off of flavor.
I'm going to go off of flavor as well. I would never choose straight up Cheerios over other ones. So regular Cheerios are D tier. Up next is chocolate Cheerios. Have you had them?
I have had chocolate Cheerios.
They're pretty good.
They're delicious.
It tastes like a better quality chocolate than Cocoa Puffs. Like, I feel like the quality of the flavor of the chocolate is pretty solid. They're better than regular nothing Cheerios.
Yeah, for me, I think I'm gonna go with the A tier.
A tier?
A tier. I know. Yeah. I'm gonna go with that just because like I feel like it's a staple. Like of course I love like the regular Honey Nut Cheerios, but like when I'm like feeling something different, like the chocolate Cheerios are also like a go-to.
And chocolate cereals are always solid. Like the chocolate and the milk going together, like and
chocolate milk.
Yeah, and you got like chocolate milk once you finish all the cereal in the bowl. Solid.
Yeah.
Another Cheerios one we got Frosted Cheerios. I've had them before. I don't know about.
I've had them like I think once.
It's like essentially Frosted Flakes sweetness, like the flavor, but on Cheerios.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd rather have those than Honey Nut. I think I'd rather have a Honey Nut Cheerio over a Frosted one.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would much rather have like the Honey Nut or the chocolate over that. So for me, it's not like it's still a good cereal. Yeah. I think that's why I would categorize it maybe the C tier.
I think C is fair. It's not like I'd still have it if it were an option. Like I don't think I'd reject it if someone offered it to me. Whereas like regular Cheerios, I'd be like, nah, man, all good. I'll find something else to eat. So I think C is fair.
Yeah. For sure.
C for Frosted Cheerios. And for whatever reason, they put Honey Nut Cheerios in a different part because it starts with H. So we're going to do Honey Nut Cheerios.
Okay.
Since we're on the topic of Cheerios. Those are A at least.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I would totally agree.
Yeah.
They're up there with the chocolate.
They're pushing S, but I'd still much rather have some other cereals over Honey Nut.
Me too.
So I think A.
A.
A for that?
Yep.
Okay, I like it. All right, up next we got Chex, and there's some multiple flavors here. Chex cereal.
That's just like rice Chex. The first one.
Yeah, the first one is rice Chex, straight up.
Yeah.
So is that like when you get Chex Mix, is that like the Chex that you get in there essentially?
I believe
without
so.
The flavoring on
I
it?
believe so.
I don't know if I've had regular Chex, but I can't imagine it's great.
It's very bland. If I'm being, I mean, that's just my personal taste.
Oh no, I would probably agree with you if it's just straight up rice.
Yeah, I'm putting that down with Apple Jacks for me.
F. Yeah. I think I'd like rather have plain Cheerios over like a plain Chex.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Up next is blueberry Chex.
Blueberry.
I haven't had. I might have had blueberry, and I want to say I enjoyed it.
I think I also enjoyed blueberry. What are you thinking for this one?
I mean, it's got to be better than the regular, right?
Yeah, definitely better than the regular, I would say.
But I feel like I'd probably pick like a Captain Crunch cereal over a Chex cereal.
Yeah.
I don't know, but C or D for blueberry?
I think I'm gonna go D.
D?
D for blueberry. Just because although I like Chex, I think there's other like flavors out there that are better.
Oh, for sure. Like cinnamon, which will be our next one.
Yes, cinnamon. Love
Chex.
cinnamon. That's
I've definitely had cinnamon Chex, and that was the best one of. That has to be the best one of the three. Even though I haven't tried the other two, I'd imagine it's the best.
Yes. See, like for me, when I have the cinnamon Chex, like I don't get grossed out by the cinnamon like I do with the Apple Jacks.
Okay.
So like, I think it's a good flavor.
Yeah.
So for me, I think that's probably gonna A tier.
A tier?
A tier for me.
I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
I'm good with that decision. Oh, up next.
It's Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Let's just say the tier on three.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3.
Superior.
S. Yeah.
Yeah. S.
Superior. S. There's no argument there. It's simply the best. It's a classic.
It's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. How could you not love it?
How can you mess it up? It's perfect. And then the cinnamon like milk you got after, perfect. It's like a flawless cereal.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really get soggy too quick either. Like, it's just perfect cereal.
No, that's actually literally what I had for breakfast this morning.
Oh, really?
So, yes,
Nice.
I did. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah. Like, no need for any conversation there. I think most people would have to agree with that.
Yeah.
There was
the French Toast Crunch.
There it is. We'll do that.
I've had that one.
I've tried it before. It's solid. It's good, but it's not as good as the original.
I would say I think you're on your own for this one because I have not tried that one.
I'm gonna put it in B because it's better than C. It's not mid. It's still good, but I'd much rather have straight up Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I would say I'm cool. I'm cool with that decision.
All right. Cocoa Puffs is up next. I got some strong feelings about this.
You
one.
do?
Yeah, not a big Cocoa Puffs guy.
Okay.
I don't know. I think the quality of the chocolate just doesn't taste good. It tastes like artificial, almost like a bad chocolate milk. Like if you had a cheap chocolate milk, that's kind of what it reminds me of.
Yeah. No, I totally see where you're coming from. I don't know. See, Cocoa Puffs is tough because I like Cocoa Puffs.
The commercials were always fun when you were a kid. The hawk or whatever his name is.
Bird or
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
I mean, that was cool. But
he was
like,
always crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
what are you thinking?
For me, this is C. I don't think it deserves D, but
I would agree with C.
C.
I would agree. I think it's like middle, like
it's mid.
Yeah.
Mid.
Very, very much.
All right, so C tier for Cocoa Puffs. Cookie Crisp.
I have never had.
Dude.
I have never had. I'm sorry.
I'm going to, on me, I'm going to stop at the dollar store. I'm going to buy you a box.
Okay.
And bless your soul real quick.
I've heard all but great things about it. And people say it's like a godsend.
It's wonderful. The texture, it's very crunchy. It's another one that doesn't sog up very easily. Texture, flavor, it's great. I don't know if it's quite S, but it's A tier for me.
A tier for you. Okay. Well, I will definitely take your word for it.
Up next, Kellogg's Corn Flakes, the plain ones.
I got some strong feelings about Corn Flakes.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I'm not a big casserole person, but like Corn Flakes were always put, like, at least in my family, my mom would always put them on like casseroles and stuff and like those potatoes, and something about it, I just don't like it.
I can understand that. Corn Flakes, I might have had it one time as an actual cereal, but I feel like Corn Flakes are used more in cooking, like to bread, like chicken or when you're frying something.
Yes.
Yeah, Corn Flakes, I mean, I think because of their versatility, there's these other plain ones that we have in the D tier, like the plain Cheerios and the plain Chex. I think it deserves to sit down there, but I want to give it credit for its versatility, like use in, I know you don't like it, but in the casseroles or as a breading for frying food. I do like that about it.
I agree with that because although I'm not a personal fan and I wouldn't necessarily like choose, like, the cooking uses to it are nice. Like, I know that I've seen it used as breading for like chicken and obviously casseroles. I'm gonna keep it with the D tier, but I have respect for it being higher due to the versatility of using it for cooking.
I think D tier is fair. The other thing I was thinking about, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is like the original cereal. I think that's like the first cereal that ever came about.
I think you're right about that.
Yeah. Up next would be Pops.
Oh, I love Pops.
Yeah.
I feel like Pops is such an underrated cereal.
Do they still make it?
I think they do.
I hope they do.
I think I've seen it in the grocery store recent. I mean, I haven't really paid that much close attention, but I don't know. People are like, you like Pops? Like, you like that cereal? And I'm like, yeah, like, what's so wrong about it?
Yeah.
So
I've had it, I think I've had it one time. I don't know if you remember, you could go in the grocery store and get those variety packs that are in like the really small boxes, and you get like 6 small boxes where it's like a sample of each cereal. And I think that was the 1 or 2 times that I had Pops. I liked them. They were good.
I'm gonna put this S.
S tier for you?
S tier for me.
You know what? I'll trust you. I'll put it in S. Yeah.
Yeah. People, and like going back to what I was saying about how like people are like, well, why would you like that? I think it's like the way that it looks. Like when you pour the cereal in a bowl and then you go to add the milk, I think people are like turned off by the fact that like of how it looks essentially. Like, I don't know, but S tier, definitely.
I'm trying to remember what they taste like. Like, I'm sure it's just like sweet and grainy.
Yeah, they got like they're not like overly sweet or overly sugary, which is really nice.
They're really crunchy too, right? Like they hold their texture well.
Yes.
If I remember correctly.
I feel like they also don't get soggy super well, at least according my opinion, but
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll trust you. I'll put that in S. I haven't
Okay.
had it in a long time, so I don't have a fresh opinion on it.
I would say
Sorry.
no. I would say hopefully the viewers don't give me hate for that.
I know it's supposed to be in alphabetical order too, so oh, that's why. Okay, they're called corn pops. I was wondering why P was up with where we just did.
I see.
the C letters, but that makes sense now. Up next, oh man, I have some really good feelings about this one. I'm assuming you probably haven't had it.
I have not had it.
Cracklin Oat Bran, underrated. A lot of people have never even heard of it before.
I have never heard of it. I'm gonna let you take over for this one.
So Cracklin Oat Bran is by Kellogg's. It's in a blue box. Most people probably haven't heard of it. Cracklin Oat Bran is essentially these little like oval shaped rings composed of oats kind of stuck together with like a honey flavor. They got a perfect crunch to them. They have this honey flavor that's not too sweet, and it's a relatively healthy cereal. There's not a lot of sugar in it compared to some of these other cereals that we're talking about. My mom would buy this for me all the time growing up, and there's so much nostalgia with this. I want to say I've had this cereal more than any other one.
Wow. Okay.
I feel very strongly about this, and a lot of people might give me crap or like, "What? This is the underdog. Never heard of this before." This is S tier for me.
Okay, all right. You convinced me to try it now.
Yeah. I just between the texture, the flavor, it's not overly sweet, and also the nostalgia with it. Like I'd have that almost every morning before school growing up.
Okay,
so that's gonna be an S for me. Up next is Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops. Ooh, see, I like Fruit Loops more than Apple Jacks, and I think like obviously they're like the similar shape and like size and stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't really have much to say about Fruit Loops because I think they're a good cereal. They're not my number one top choice.
Yeah,
but
they're good. They're definitely good. I think it should be either B or A.
Yeah, I'm thinking more B.
B.
I'm thinking more B. Like I don't
that.
think like they're up there for me, but I think if I'm gonna go based on flavor, I think B would be.
I think they almost taste better than they almost smell better than they taste. They smell so good when you open up the bag.
Yes.
And do you remember when they made cereal straws?
Yes.
You ever had those?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You literally just unlocked your core memory.
The Fruit Loops cereal straws were so good. I loved those things.
It's been years. Oh my gosh.
There were rumors they might start making those again. I really hope that they do.
I'll say make the rumor come true, please.
Please. We'll email them. it's Kellogg's as well that makes those. So I'll send another email out. Fruit Loops, I think B's fair. I'm like a strong B is what I'm thinking. Like a strong B, high in the tier, because it's almost A, but it's not quite A.
Totally agree.
So B, but better than Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
Yep. And a classic cereal for sure. Speaking of classics, might be one of probably the most well-known cereal, Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Yes, Tony the Tiger.
They're great. I mean, can I say that? Is that copyrighted?
Oh, I don't know.
They're all right. They're above average. They're pretty. They're decent.
I mean, I said Tony the Tiger. I don't know if I can technically say that.
I'm sure we're fine. Solid. I mean,
definitely solid.
Yeah. My only take is they get soggy very quickly.
They do. That's the really only like huge downside. To eating them, but flavor's great. Texture
when you eat it as quickly as humanly possible.
I like
the texture's good. I like the crunch.
I think I like it more as a dry cereal than I do like eating it with milk.
That would be good to eat dry because then the flavor's always there. The crunch is always there. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go B.
B is fair for sure.
Yeah.
Up next, another classic one.
Oh.
Mini Wheats, Frosted Mini Wheats.
Love
me some Mini
Frosted
Wheats.
Mini Wheats.
Absolutely. These are probably A for me.
A. I would also agree with A. I love the ones that are like coated in like completely like the all white ones that are like
that are totally frosted all the way around.
Yes.
Those are so good.
Yeah.
This isn't on the list that we're using, but my favorite flavor of frosted mini wheats is the chocolate little bites. So they're like smaller versions of mini wheats, even though mini wheats are mini already.
I was gonna say, how much smaller can they get?
They're like even smaller. It's like half the size of a regular mini wheat, and they're chocolate. And oh my gosh, that flavor alone is S for me.
Okay.
Those are so good in an inexplicable way. It's I don't know what it is. It's like everything great about frosted mini wheats, and they're chocolate and they're smaller bite size. So,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. A tier for frosted mini wheats.
Yes.
Golden grams.
Oh.
I have not been blessed by the cereal that is golden grams.
You, sir, are missing out.
That's what I've heard.
You are missing out. I'm just gonna go out and say it right now. Golden grams is S tier.
S tier.
S tier for me, 100%. People say they're like it has a bland flavor. I'm like, well, you're missing out.
Yeah,
you're missing out. Like,
what is the flavor? Is it like cinnamony because it's graham cracker?
It honestly, I can't even think of like a way to explain it without doing it like justice. I think you just kind of like you just gotta try it.
Could you compare it to like another cereal, like the flavor aspect of it? Like maybe the cinnamon Chex or something, or is it better?
So the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I'm going to go with Cinnamon Toast Crunch just because like they're similar shape.
Okay.
Similar, but obviously Cinnamon Toast Crunch has more flavor, more cinnamon, that type of thing. I would say Golden Grams is like Cinnamon Toast Crunch's sister without like all the cinnamon on it.
And probably different texture too.
Yeah. Like just I don't know. That's how I would
trust you.
it. Yeah.
I'm just curious, I guess.
Yeah.
Up next is one most people probably haven't heard of. It's like a healthy cereal. It says
organic.
Invito Kids. It's organic cereal called Gorilla Munch. They have other versions of this as well. It's also gluten free, but they have like Gorilla Munch here. I'll even look it up real quick.
You lost me at that one. That's for sure.
From my understanding, when I was growing up and my parents would get this for me and my sister, these were like healthy versions, like healthy alternative flavors to popular cereal brands. So they have one that's called Choco Chimps, and it's it's a healthy version of Cocoa Puffs. It's like a replica that's healthier, less sugar, gluten free.
I wonder if they even sell them anymore.
I want to say they do. I think you have to go to Wegmans to get it because Wegmans has a lot more organic stuff.
Orangutangos. It's like Honey Nut Cheerios.
It's like a healthy version of Cheerios. Cheetah Chomps. I haven't had those.
That's
Koala Crisp was the one that my mom would get.
They're like Cookie Crisp.
Yeah, or I can't.
Or
they almost look like chocolate pops.
Like Krispies?
Yeah, like Krispies. They look like Krispies.
Rice Krispies.
Yeah, Koala Crisp, the chocolate version. They also have a regular one. They also have Panda Puffs, which are like
corn puffs.
Yeah, they're kind of like Kix or Pops.
Yeah, Kix. Yeah.
There's all kinds of these different ones, but they're essentially, like I said, not cheaper, organic, healthier replicas of sugary cereal that's not good for you.
Okay.
And for what they were all right. But when I was a kid, I was like, the heck is this? Like this is not what I want. Like you can tell there's something missing, and it's the unhealthy thing that's bad for you.
You're like, give me all the sugar.
Yeah, give me that sugar. Don't give me this gluten-free crap. I'll wait to do that when I'm older.
Yeah.
It was impressive what they were able to do to try and replicate it, but it just wasn't the same. This is gonna have to be D tier.
Okay. I will take your word for it. I've never had them. I feel like that they look familiar from like the grocery store.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
I can appreciate the game that they're trying to do there. Like, that's awesome that they're making healthier versions of common cereals. Like, that's great. I'm glad that they're doing that. Like, that's a good option and something parents can get. Maybe certain kids would enjoy. So
yeah, especially if it says it's like gluten-free.
Oh yeah.
Like if your child's gluten-free, I feel like
I mean, how many gluten-free cereals are out there?
I
They're
feel like-
almost all made of grains.
yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I can respect their game, but you know, growing up, I didn't really enjoy it that much. Honey Bunches of Oats.
Honey Bunches of Oats. I already know where it's going for me.
It's low for me as well.
Oh, it's high for me.
Oh, the
It
tone.
is-
I misread your tone there.
No,
Ooh.
I already know where it's going. It's up there for me.
Maybe I had the wrong kind. There's like different versions of
You-
it. I think I had the wrong kind, but I did not.
You
like
definitely
it when I
did. You
tried
just
it.
got the original, the
Yeah.
OG.
I'll try the original sometime. Because the one I tried I didn't like. So I'm gonna ixnay my opinion for this one. It'll be all you.
Okay, I'm going B tier.
B tier?
B tier.
All right. I trust you.
I was weighing between A tier or B tier. But I think I'm gonna go with B tier for that.
I bet you I just had like the healthier version of that cereal, or like maybe that brand we just talked about and they made a version of it.
Yeah.
But when I tried it, I didn't enjoy it. But whenever I saw the ads, I'm like, man, that looks good.
No.
So maybe I just never had the original.
Try the original.
All right. You convinced me. So B tier for that. Honeycombs. I don't think I've had these.
I have had honeycombs. Not very often.
Mm-hmm.
See, like I don't want to put this low on the list just because I only had it like once or twice.
Yeah.
But
I'm guessing they they have a honey flavor to them.
yeah, I think I'm gonna put this maybe like C.
Okay. What's
would
their
say-
texture like?
It's kind of like an air puff type of.
I get what you're.
I don't
getting
know.
at. Yeah.
I think that's the best way that I can kind of like explain them.
They look fun. Like that's one of the most uniquely shaped cereals I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's kind of like pops, like
Yeah.
like corn pops. Corn pops are shaped kind of like different. So
Okay.
is the honeycomb.
Did you say C for that one?
Yes,
Okay.
I did.
Honeycombs are C. I don't believe I've had this Go Lean.
I've had the not that specific one, but I've had like cashew cereal before.
Cashew cereal?
Cashew.
Oh, cashew.
Cashew.
Oh. The brand.
Kashi.
So you had a different flavor.
I've had
other
a
than the
different flavor
original?
of that,
Okay, we'll
not
count
the
this
original.
as the flavor you tried then.
Okay, I think it was some fruit one. It's very healthy.
Yeah.
It's very
Does it taste like it's probably healthy? Like it's missing something?
I'm gonna put it with D, like with
D tier.
where we put the gorilla.
The gorilla cereal.
Yeah.
So belongs in D with or OG Cheerios, OG cornflakes,
Yeah.
all that stuff. You can taste it's missing something. Up next is Kix.
Cakes.
I had it quite a bit when I was a kid.
So did I.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not great. It's
I-
kind of mid.
C.
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 Yeah.
Definitely C for
Yeah.
that one. I think we both just looked at each other and
Had
were like
the same
C.
thought.
Yeah.
The thing that I loved to do with Kix when I was a kid is my grandpa made honey, so we had homemade honey all the
Oh
time.
wow.
I would pour some honey into the cereal.
Okay.
And that made it a lot better. I did like honey on Kix. That
See,
took it up a notch.
I've just had Kicks like just straight. So I feel like with the honey that would add more flavor. That sounds
Yeah,
good.
it added a nice punch to it. But still C tier.
Okay.
Could
Sounds
be
good.
better. Could be worse. Here's a good one. I think this one's relatively new. Crave. I've had it a few times.
I have never had Crave.
Never had Crave?
I've seen it. I remember seeing the commercials for it. But yeah.
They're good. I like what they're doing because I mean, how many cereals can you think of that have a chocolate filling in the middle of them?
Mm-hmm. That's what I was
Um,
just about to say. I was like, is
yeah.
it like a chocolate filled type of thing?
They're like little rectangles and they have like a chocolate filling on the inside. They have other flavors too. They also have a double chocolate one, so it's like a chocolate crisp on the outside and also a chocolate filling.
Okay.
They're good. My parents would buy a box of Crave. Like that was another common one I had like each morning before school. Crave is pretty good. It's a solid cereal. I think it deserves B tier.
Okay.
I think B is fair. Not quite A, but B.
I'm cool with that.
Up next is Life.
Cinnamon
cereal.
Life specifically.
Cinnamon Life. Yeah, Cinnamon Life's first.
Okay. Let me think.
It's been a minute, but I definitely enjoyed some Life cereal.
Yeah, I don't want to give a spoiler alert to the other cereal, like the original. But I definitely prefer the cinnamon over the original for sure.
Oh yeah. I also preferred the cinnamon over the original because like there's really no flavor in the original. It's just straight up grains.
Yeah.
Any flavor is better than nothing.
I'm going D or C with that just because I feel like for them saying, oh, it's cinnamon life, you think there'd be more cinnamon.
Yeah, it's kind of absent. It's almost like the seltzer water of cereal where you ever had seltzer water like LaCroix? And like seltzer water tastes like they whisper the name of the flavor like 5 feet from the can. Like,
honestly, why is that so true? You just described the whole thing.
I mean, I like seltzer water. I mean, a lot of people don't enjoy it, but it's definitely lacks flavor.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be flavorful, but I guess we're talking about cereal. But Life cereal, whenever there's a flavor, it tastes like they whispered a few feet from the box. Cinnamon. That's how much of it you can taste.
I'm going D.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Are we doing that for both the cinnamon and the original?
I think the original could go one lower.
One lower into F tier.
Yeah.
It is pretty rough with no flavor. Life cinnamon into D tier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Lucky Charms.
Another classic.
Is a classic. Honestly, like
I know where it's going for me.
It's a solid pick. I feel like the marshmallows are the only good part about it though.
Agreed.
Like I feel like those little pieces are just, I don't know, they don't do it for me. There's not a lot of flavor.
If you would take out the marshmallows and then just have like those like the pieces, they remind me of just regular Cheerios.
Yeah, that's a very good comparison.
Just like plain old regular Cheerios. Like I feel like if there was a little bit of like almost kind of like that, like the honey nut from the honey nut Cheerio,
yeah, that would take it up a notch.
that would make it really sugary.
It would, yeah.
But
I feel like
it's already sugary enough.
Like if you took the marshmallows out, it would not be good. No one would pick that as an option. And I don't know, but it is a classic and it was good. And like if you plan out your bites just right, you'll have a marshmallow on every bite.
Yeah. It's tough where to put this one because I'm like, am I gonna put it based solely on the marshmallows within it?
I think B is fair. It's not mid. It's not as bad as. Or
I was thinking
A. Oh, A.
I was thinking A.
I think A is fair. I'd even argue for B, but I could agree with A, and it's classic.
Are we split tier on this one then?
We can split tier.
Okay,
on this one.
We'll split tier.
I'm gonna put it in A for you and B for me.
Okay.
All right, solid. Oreo O's.
Never had.
These are impressive.
Never had.
I mean it's good. I love Oreo O's. I've had them a few times. It's essentially just like Oreo cookie pieces into little O's. Like, I mean, you could probably guess what it tastes like based off of like the fact that they're named after Oreos. Like, they're good. They're solid. I think it might be A or B.
Okay.
I want to say probably A. The Oreo like milk that you get afterwards is really good as well. But yeah, okay. A tier for Oreo O's. Cocoa Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles.
It's like that same quality chocolate as Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
But I think the texture is better than a puff. Like,
yes.
Like I do like those crispy little pebbles. I think those are solid.
I think it's B tier for me.
B tier?
Just because like I think it's like you were saying, I think it's better than the Cocoa Puffs. Obviously it's still not the greatest like quality of chocolate. But yeah, I'm gonna go with B tier for this one.
I like B for that. And then it's close relative Fruity Pebbles. I think I like Fruity Pebbles better than Cocoa Pebbles.
Oh, okay.
It's got that very, very similar flavor to Fruit Loops, but then you're adding a better texture than Loops. So that's my argument for it.
My opinion for it. Oh
dear.
It's down low.
Down low?
It's down low. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know. I'm going to go with D.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think we'll have to split tier on this. I want to throw this in B
Okay.
with the Cocoa Pebbles. So you said D tier for free?
Yes,
okay,
D
so
tier for me.
B for me, and it'll be in D tier. Raisin Bran, controversial for sure. People love to hate Raisin Bran.
I know. I literally was just about to say that. Raisin Bran gets so much hate.
For no reason.
Exactly. For no reason. Obviously, it's not the #1 cereal in the world.
For sure, yeah.
And it's not the worst cereal in the world. But, like, people are, like...
So quick to hate it.
I think it's because of the raisins.
I think a lot of people just don't like raisins. I don't understand that personally. I've always liked raisins.
Yeah.
I don't get what there's not to love about it.
Where are you thinking for this one?
I think it's solid B.
Yeah, B or C.
Yeah.
B or C was me. I think it's like, it's definitely like middle, but I could go with B.
B?
If you want to go with B.
Yeah, I like that. I don't think it deserves to be in the same as like Kix and Cocoa Puffs. I think it's a little bit better.
Okay. Yeah.
And then there's also Raisin Bran Crunch. I don't know if I've ever tried it, but it looks like it looks like Honey Bunches of Oats clusters mixed into it. I imagine that would take it up a notch. I think
that's the brand that like my dad would buy.
Oh, really?
If I'm being honest, because like Raisin Bran was like a classic in my house. So like I grew up eating it. But yeah, I think that was the brand that he would buy.
Okay.
So I would agree. I would agree that it would be a step up.
Yeah. Do we just want to put it in B tier, but higher than
regular?
Yeah, that's
for sure.
Because it adds some crunch in there. Because without it, it gets soggy kind of easily, like Frosted Flakes.
Yeah.
Here's an excellent one: Reese's Puffs.
I've never had. Oh. I know. I'm probably disappointing so many like viewers right now.
You're a cereal poser. You're a poser. You haven't tried real cereal.
People are probably saying how like she likes cereal, but she hasn't had like the all-time classic.
I mean, it's really only two that are big you haven't had: Reese's Puffs and Cookie Crisp. But no, these are S. These are
wow.
Reese's Puffs are so good.
Okay.
I could have a horrible week at school when I was a kid in elementary school, fail Miss Gray's English test, and I'd come home and see that mom went shopping and see Reese's Puffs on the counter, and it would light up my entire day.
Instantly change your day.
Looking forward to waking up every morning so that I can have my Reese's Puffs.
I always love the commercials. The commercials are the best part.
Oh, with the wrap in it?
Yes, just one.
Yeah. Yeah, those were good. S tier. This is unquestionable for me. They're very good. Rice Krispies is up next. A good classic cereal.
That one's also very similar to me with cornflakes because I feel like it's used like it could use be like cooking purposes.
Yeah.
If we want to talk about that again.
And I'm pretty sure when you make homemade Rice Krispies that you take the cereal and mix the marshmallow with it?
Yeah.
That's how it's made, right?
My aunt makes them. Them with like the Rice Krispie cereal. I like it better, obviously, in that form than I do the cereal form.
I think it's better than plain cornflakes.
Yeah, I would say C.
C?
C. I'm going C with that.
I don't know how many times I've actually had straight up cereal with it. Like, I feel like I've mostly just had things made with it. But yeah, it's better than plain cornflakes or plain Cheerios.
Yeah.
Because the texture and they snap, crackle, and pop, all that. So, yeah. Then we got Cocoa Krispies. I want to say I've had these before.
I've had Cocoa Krispies. I would, better than Cocoa Puffs for me.
Better than Cocoa Puffs?
Better than Cocoa Puffs, but I feel like they're on the same
tier.
Same tier.
Would you say they're better than the Captain Crunch berries or better than Frosted?
Better than the Captain Crunch berries.
So strong C, top of C.
Strong C for me.
That's fair. Special K. The original.
Oh, the original. Yikes.
Yeah, the original's not great.
I'm saying F.
Yeah, it's bad.
Automatic F.
F tier.
I'm glad we can both agree on that one.
It's not great. However, that wasn't the one I thought it was.
Oh,
that's the fruit and yogurt. I don't know if I've had that. I was going to mention
never had the fruit and yogurt.
The strawberry, the freeze dried strawberry one.
Yeah, the strawberry. Yep.
Yeah, that's solid, but it's still not good because it's the same. It's the same flakes or whatever.
The
it
only
is.
thing that makes it better is the freeze-dried strawberry.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really the only
Mhm.
part. So is it D or is it F, but in front of
It's F tier, but in front of the original.
in front of the original? Yeah, it's still not great. I don't think I'd ever pick that.
Yeah.
Getting close to our last couple here, we got Trix. Trick. I don't think they make it anymore, do they?
I don't know. I think they still make like
Oh,
the
the Trix
Trix yogurt.
I think maybe the yogurt was discontinued, but I think they still have the cereal.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what it tastes like.
Neither
does it
can
have
I.
a fruity flavor? I want to say it had a fruity flavor to it. Yeah. Fruity shapes. Yeah. I didn't have a lot of it.
And neither did I. I don't think I can really like give
An honest answer.
yeah.
It was a good cereal, and the yogurt. I always loved the Trix yogurt, the swirl yogurt.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think C is fair. I think that wouldn't disrespect it or do, too much justice to it as well.
No, I could agree with that. Yeah.
Maybe C, but like better than Frosted Cheerios.
Better. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember I would enjoy it when I'd eat it.
Mhm.
It was pretty solid.
I think I was more fan of the yogurt than I was the cereal.
The Trix yogurt was really good. Last one we got here is Wheaties. I haven't had these.
I've had Wheaties.
It's not a classic one.
Frosted Mini Wheats are better than Wheaties.
Yeah.
Wheaties is...
Are Wheaties sweet or is it just flakes with no flavor, like cornflakes?
It's not super sweet.
It's not.
I don't think it is. I don't think it's super sweet. It's got the bland
Got
bland
the
taste
bland
going
flavor.
on. Yeah. Definitely prefer like Frosted Mini Wheats any day over that.
So frosted flakes are in B tier. So do we want to put Wheaties also in B tier but lower, or are they in C? I haven't had them, but it's like that's another classic one, and that was I want to say in the 80s or 70s, somewhere around there. They grew very popular, and I think
A lot with like athletes.
Yeah,
like,
athletes
yeah.
sponsored.
I could be comfortable with C.
C? Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. Do you want to put it
It's
like,
low C.
low C, like Kix and Rice Krispies?
I would put it
back
after
there?
Rice Krispies.
So low
after
C.
Rice Krispies.
And that's all for the ones that we've had. I'll list off the ones that neither of us have had here. So we got Waffle Crisps, Boo Berry. I've never even heard of that until today.
I know it's
actually.
in store. It's in stores right now.
All right. Is it?
Yeah,
Hey.
it's like Halloween.
Oh, so it's like a seasonal thing?
Yeah.
There's the Captain Crunch Sprinkles Donut flavor.
Ooh.
There's Peanut Butter Crunch, which I think I'd like better than the original. Chips Ahoy cereal, I would love to give that a try.
That sounds 10 out of 10.
It looks kind of like Cookie Crisp.
It does.
So I don't know if it would taste just like that. They have Cinnabon by Kellogg's, Count Chocula, which kind of looks like
I think it's another Halloween
one.
yeah.
And then you have Eggo waffles. Looks like
Ooh.
maple syrup flavored.
Yeah.
That looks interesting. There's also Frankenberry. That must be another
Halloween one.
Golden Crisp. That I wonder if it's like Golden Grams. I don't know.
Looking at it, it kind of looks like peanuts.
Oh yeah, I see
A
it.
little bit.
There's Hostess Donuts cereal.
I don't think I would like that.
I don't think I would either. They have Lucio's, which is an Overwatch character that they made a cereal after. Nutter Butter cereal. I would love to try that.
I love regular Nutter Butters, so I feel like that would be good.
Absolutely. I mean, peanut butter cereals are usually pretty solid. Pop-Tart cereal. I've heard people talk about that. It looks like Crave.
It does.
But if Crave were fruit flavors instead of chocolate.
Yeah. No, I totally see that.
I bet it'd be pretty good. S'mores cereal.
Kind of looks like Golden Grams just with marshmallows.
Okay. That's fair. I bet it'd be good.
That's what it looks like to me.
And then this one, man, there's no way this is
Absolutely
good.
not.
Sour Patch Kids cereal.
Absolutely.
Sour and milk don't go together.
Absolutely not.
Sour milk is like, it's kind of, I don't know. Just, there's no way that's good.
No.
So I'd say out of those, the ones that caught my eye were the peanut butter Captain Crunch, the Cinnabon, and the Pop-Tart cereal.
Okay.
Those ones caught my eye. I would be willing to try those.
For me, I'm gonna go with the Eggo. The
Okay.
Eggo ones. Because I love Eggo waffles. The Chips Ahoy. And then I think I'm gonna go with the s'mores.
Yeah.
I feel like the s'mores would be good. And then there's two that caught my eye, but for bad reasons.
Yeah.
The Sour Patch Kids.
Yep. That's an immediate
And then
yeah.
the donuts ones.
The donuts. Yeah. I feel like those would probably not be that great.
I
Like
don't know.
making a cereal out of some mid donuts.
And it says they're powdered. How would that work?
Yeah.
With,
I don't know how that would work.
Milk.
Yeah. Those ones don't really pique my interest.
Neither. They don't pique mine either.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's about all we got. We'll have the complete tier list on the screen so everybody can see our finished product. So for S tier, our absolute best ones were Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Pops, Cracklin' Oat Bran, Golden Grams, and Reese's Puffs. And you can say the F tier.
And then, so for the F tier, we have Apple Jacks, Rice Chex, Original Life, Special K Fruit and Yogurt, and then the Special K Original.
Well, that's going to wrap up today's tier list. Remember, these are just our own opinions, and thanks again, Haley, for being on the show. Had a lot of fun doing this.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks again for tuning in to Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and we'll see you next week.